for you.
Wow, you always pick me up.
Yeah, but I'm always waiting for you.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you
doing
today?
This morning, not bad.
Got a bit of coffee there for you.
Look
Start
at
the day off.
service.
Hats and all.
Hats and all.
How you doing?
Very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're in for a perfect morning. 1 degree out now. Maybe some wet flurries today. I say the bunnies were running last night, huh?
It's going to be beautiful, guys.
Sounds
I got a
good.
perfect spot set up for you.
Have you?
Excellent.
And I'd say we'll get a nice few rabbits down today.
I'm looking forward to it.
While you guys are having the coffee, I'm going to grab your gear now and load up the truck, and I'll be right back, okay?
Well, it is better service than you give me.
Why, this is really great service.
I'm going to have my coffee while I'm waiting.
I'm usually the one that's driving everybody, taking the food. This guy's looking after us all day.
Well, it's the same treatment I get all the time, but that's like me.
I might marry him before the day's over.
Newfoundland Sportsman with Dwight Blackwood and Paul Amundsen. On today's show, Dwight and Paul will be spending the day as guests of Island Outdoor Adventures. During this one-day wilderness excursion, they'll be hiking through dense forests in the Salmonier line area, rabbit hunting with a twist using American foxhounds, and enjoying an outdoor feast fit for a king. Also, canine concerns, examining the basics of proper care for your hunting companion.
Big dogs. These are big dogs, huh?
Oh, yes. They're anxious to go. They're very anxious.
This one here is almost like a pack horse.
No, well, these are foxhounds.
Yeah, they're American foxhounds. You can train them for almost any kind of hunting, really. I like them with snowshoe here. I find they're good in deep snow, and they're nice this time of day. We got a perfect day.
We're used to hunting with small beagle dogs,
That's
which
right.
is what we had 4 of them there a few weeks ago. But this guy here, man, he must be 70, 80 pounds, is he?
He is, yeah, he's about 85 pounds. And he's a strong dog, I'll tell
What
you.
does he do? He runs up in the rabbits and stomps on them.
Yeah.
Boys, we're fair enough off the road now.
Yes, sir. This is as good a spot as any.
Let him go with.
She's anxious to go, man. Get the girl.
In here. Come on. Get him out.
Oh, I've heard that before. Get her out.
Get him out.
Had a recording today.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Well, they're definitely anxious to get off the leash.
Oh, yes.
You swear by foxhounds, don't you?
Oh, well, I mean, it's what you put it. I know I put a lot of time into them, and it's like anybody else. If they had beagles or whatever, if they put a lot of time into them, they're going to get a good dog, right?
So
Where
you've
is he?
had those since they've been pups?
Yep.
Both?
Yeah. I got a lady when both from about 3 months of age or whatever, right? Get him
We're
out!
going to have a good day here.
Yes, sir. I'll
bet.
tell you, it's a nice area.
Don't follow me when we're in the woods
I'm following
because I'm...
him. He's the expert. He knows where he's going. He's the tour guide. Not you. No,
Yeah, we'll get a few rabbits down today.
I don't want to get into that again, but I'm getting rabbits. We'll talk
Just
about
in
that.
case.
Talk about that after the day when I shot the rabbits. Guaranteed this time I'm getting the rabbits.
It's nice and cool today, you know. There's a bit of seems like a bit of flurries every once in a while.
Well, we'll
You see a little bit of
leave the weight off, and myself and you will go together.
sun. Well, I think what we should do is let him carry the rabbits that we shoot.
Yeah,
That's the best
right.
thing.
We'll see who gets the rabbits now.
No, we don't want to jinx ourselves either. Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna get so many rabbits today, you'll have to open up a factory to bottle them.
Where is he? Get him out!
The dog's just scared of grouse up. And he's here in these trees somewhere. They're so well camouflaged that they're difficult to pick out. They usually pitch in a limb that's close to the trunk of the tree. So when they do that, I mean the colors blend in perfectly.
But you can hear his wings beating. The boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it should be heartbeat.
Like that, yeah.
Get him.
There's an easy way to clean a grouse. Most of the meat is right in the breast area. All you basically want to do is just rip off there's a pouch here where they store their seeds and berries and everything else. You just want to take that off. Okay, get that out of the way. Lay the grouse down on a fairly solid surface. Spread the wings out. You want your feet in close and tight to the body of the grouse. And then holding on to the legs, just slowly. Nice even pull.
Huh?
Nice clean way of doing it.
Yeah. No blood, no guts, no
There's
nothing.
your breast.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Right ready. You don't have to go home and fool around. You don't have to clean it in the field.
You could eat that in the field. You
There's
could cook,
the
you could
feathers
cook
there
that
for-
fried up this morning for lunch. Even.
Yeah, we could if we wanted
You know.
to.
By feeling that, that's half fried now.
That's very clean. That's
Yeah.
beautiful meat.
Well, see, I didn't want to get any pellets in the breasts.
No mistake, I'm going through the woods, is it?
No, sir.
Whoosh.
You don't know if it's a dog. If it's a dog or a moose.
No. So they will group up once
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them gets on the trail. They both go.
Yeah, if he starts one, she'll come over, and if she gets on one, he'll go to her. A lot of teamwork there.
Now I haven't heard much from her at all.
They really act independent of each other, though.
They do, yeah. What I did is I broke both dogs without another dog. Like a lot of people will take a dog and a pup and they'll break it with the others because the other dogs are trained and they get the rabbits going. What I usually do is it's a harder way of doing it, but I'll let the dog kind of break on its own and find the rabbit. And I find that what happens is they get that independent way about them where they want to find their own rabbit.
Yeah, so you don't have two dogs follow each other. They
No.
work independently. Yeah.
That's right. And I'll be walking down a path, and one will be on one side, and the other will be on the other side, and your chances of getting rabbits are a lot better, right? That's your rabbit. That's a rabbit. That's the difference.
You're gonna need a clearer shot, so I'm gonna move up into the cutover more, where it's more open, and I can get a crack at that little bunny.
Dogs are on a rabbit. They just gone up around now. They were down this area in front of us, so I've moved over a bit into a clearing. I'm gonna get in a bit more of a clearing here and wait for them to come. Paul stationed me here, and he's moved down himself a little further down. Dwight's further ahead. If I know Dwight, he's probably chasing the dogs, not the rabbits. But I'm just going to wait here now. Hopefully he'll come back down through the path. Paul can read his dogs pretty good, and he tells me that this is where the rabbit will probably cross.
Damn. If I hadn't moved, the rabbit would have ran across right in front of me. You can never tell when you're at this racket, you know. I mean, the rabbit is somewhat predictable, but you don't know the exact area they're going to cross. And I figured he was inside here a bit further. But no, my first guess was right. Well, I'm going to move back there. Might come back. Boy, you must have gotten it. Man. Smart rabbit. Very smart rabbit. He fooled the dogs again that time, and he went with a bigger circle, but he went back in the same area that he started from. And it sounds like either Paul got the rabbit. Yeah, they must have. Oh. Well, my turn's next. It must have been Paul Amundsen, because by the sound of the dogs, the rabbit's still running, so he missed it. No, he never got the rabbit. Wait around again.
I was down standing over on that stump over there, and he'd crossed her about 3 times, and I said, "No," I said, "You devil," I said, "You're not going across there again without getting shot." That was a long chase. How long
It
was
was, yeah, it must be an hour. I saw him just up here twice.
Yeah.
I saw him, the first time I saw him, I just caught a glimpse of him, and then he went on down, and the dogs followed. And I moved position up to a nice cutover up there, and I was up there no time at all, and I saw him going through the trees, and he was going all out too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he wasn't
I
with
never
me.
had a
I
chance
turned around,
to
he was
shoot.
just sitting there
That's
like
right,
this.
they're fast.
I fired over his head and he still sat there. And then as soon as I clicked the gun, gone.
He was teasing you.
And I turned around for a second. Jeez, I can't believe it. He's sitting there. And I couldn't hear it because I was waiting for the dogs, and I was looking down this way, waiting for the dogs to bark. I couldn't hear the dogs. There he was, sitting on the stump.
How you doing? You looking for me?
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Oh, couldn't believe it.
Well, that's one for the bag anyway.
then I
One for
fired
him
him.
in your
I'll
bag.
throw him in yet.
Oh,
You got one for the pot anyway. You get another now. You have a bit of stew there.
I'm telling
That's
you,
not a bad
I said to
sized
myself
rabbit though.
after, too, could've
takes
been-
all kinds, but you're one of a kind. You're really one of a kind.
I said to myself after, that could have been the first rabbit.
Why don't you just wing him?
I figured I'd blow him pieces if I hit him.
Well, I heard the first 2 shots, and then I heard the dogs barking again. I said, "Oh, well, that's Paul. He must have shot, he must have shot at him." Sure enough. So, Paul, you started your business there a few months ago.
Yeah.
So you take people fishing as well as hunting?
Yeah, that's right. I'll take them in after some trout, and then you know, maybe cook the trout up right there. You know, get the fire going and have a boil up, or bring in something else for them if whatever they want. If they want to bring the catch home, right?
No, but it's excellent. I mean, if you talk to somebody who wants to do some rabbit hunting or whatever, something that, you know, involves dogs and all of this. I mean, you have to borrow the dogs. You have to borrow a truck or have a truck. You have to have cages to transport them. You have to know where to go.
You got to feed them 12 months.
Yeah, but I mean, it's ideal. I mean, you just hire somebody like you, and you're out for the day. You've got the experience and fun, back again. No problems.
There's a lot of work that goes into the dogs and everything as well, right? Like both of them, you know, you're taking them in the woods first to get them broke, and then you're feeding them all the time and everything else. But once they're good and they're ready, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, just taking friends of mine out. So I said, you know, why not take a few people out and do it as a business, right?
Sounds like an excellent idea.
Paul, you got a nice kennel here for your dogs. You know, many people don't realize the importance of having proper kennels, but I can see you're taking good care of the dogs.
Yeah, you know, you got to spend a bit of money into getting a good kennel. The concrete floor is there, and you know, the fence it's high enough I can get the snow out of there, and also you know, keep the kennel generally clean. The house is very well insulated. I've got like 2 sheets of styrofoam insulation all through the floor, the roof, everywhere.
You even have a porch for them.
Yeah, I even have a porch there, and I block that off, that front part there, in the when it gets really cold, and they can come in through the side, and that way no wind will get in there on the dogs as well.
It goes to show you're a good master, because a lot of people, they have dogs for hunting and hunting only, and it's a situation where they'll use them for 3 or 4 months. Then they put them in a pen which is not hygienic, it's not clean, it's not well insulated, and the poor dogs suffer for the next 8 or 9 months. You know, that's a terrible way to treat animals.
Yeah, well, I like you said, I mean, they're you know, you're in the woods with them. You depend on them for when you're hunting, and why mistreat them? I mean, you know, you wouldn't want to be treated that way, left out in a cold kennel or something like that. So I make sure that they're well looked after, right?
You know, I understand not only do you exercise them just before the season and, of course, during the season, you've got a nice big fenced-in back garden here.
Yeah, the kennel, where there's the two of them here, the kennel's large, but the yard, they're mainly in the yard, so they're running around all the time. They've got a lot of space, and that's important in the summer months when they're not hunting, to keep them in condition, keep them in shape, right?
And, of course, I guess you take them to the vet on a regular basis.
I do, yeah. I take them before the season, usually before the hunting season, and then kind of like an after-season check, just to make sure they're healthy and they did no damage to themselves while they were in the woods or anything.
Well, the key thing to start out with here, especially in Newfoundland, is making sure they get their vaccinations when they're puppies, starting at around 6 weeks of age, and then an annual checkup once they go through the initial series. The two main ones here in Newfoundland are, of course, making sure they're protected against distemper and parvo. Mm-hmm. And of these diseases, parvo is probably the most common, most serious around here, causing severe diarrhea, vomiting, and it can kill them.
A number of the people that I know that hunt with dogs will often bring the dog in prior to the hunting season, make sure that they're in prime condition. And then again at the end of the hunting season, they'll bring them back just to make sure they haven't done any damage, I guess pulled any muscles or cut themselves on branches or whatever. And that seems to work well for them.
Yes, well, and the other thing to remember is that rabbits and mice are a source of tapeworm, and we see a lot of hunting dogs that can run into tapeworm during the hunting season while they're out hunting, and it's a good opportunity then to give them the medication to prevent tapeworms.
What would be some of the more common ailments or injuries that a hunting dog would get?
Well, after the problem as a puppy of having parvo, then the most common injuries we see are related to the hunting activity itself. And those would be the injuries to, say, the pads, up the legs, injuries to the muscles, torn or damaged ear flaps from when they're running through the woods, debris getting into the eyes, eye infections, and sometimes even injuries to the mouth. And to those happy bagels that are wagging their tail so hard, tail injuries.
And I've seen that. I've seen where they'll actually bleed from hitting them off the trees as much.
Yes,
This one's anxious too.
of course, Sport won't have that problem.
No,
because
we've got his
the
chipped
dock
off there.
tail.
When you look at a dog, like a hunting dog, I guess you're really looking like at the athlete of the dog family. I mean, for stamina and speed and quickness and brightness, these dogs need it all. So I guess nutrition is major important to them.
Well, nutrition is important. The one thing that you want to do is make sure that you give them sufficient energy to be able to perform. And so after the summer where they've been not used as much and being on a lighter diet, once they start running, you have to increase their
energy intake.
Yeah, so you have to feed them a little bit more, and you have to feed them sometimes a high performance dog food. And you'll want to start working in the summer, trying to get their exercise up, get their muscles in shape for the actual strenuous activity of the actual hunting. There's one other thing that I think that's really important for us to talk about, and that's safety. And one is safety when you're transporting your dog. Shouldn't be transporting your dog in the trunk of a car. If your car is in an accident, then the dog is at very great risk. And the other thing is that if trunks have leaks in them, then you get the carbon monoxide coming back up and you can actually kill your dog. The other thing is when you're hunting with your dog, you should make sure that you're in a safe location. We've already had dogs that have been hit by cars when they're chasing the rabbit and run right out onto a highway and get hit by the car. They're just too excited when they're hunting, and they're not thinking about even the normal safety that they know. Okay, we'll start by checking him to make sure that everything's okay before we give him his vaccination. Okay.
You're just checking now for...
Well, just to make sure that he hasn't, that anything that I can pick up as a potential problem. We don't want to give him a vaccination if he's ill, as the vaccine won't work very well and may make his illness worse. Okay.
It looks risky.
Yes, everything looks just fine. Okay.
Good boy. Sit down. Sit down. Let it go. Relax. Yeah. You're anxious, eh? Yep, me. Hang on. That
Oh,
hurt a bit.
did we get you? Hmm?
That wasn't so bad, eh? Yeah, we'll give you a dog biscuit later. Thank you, Doctor. It's been great visiting with you.
You know, it's been a pleasure.
And Sport thanks you too, I'm sure.
You do you, Sport? Great.
For the outdoor enthusiast, Newfoundland and Labrador offers excitement second to none, and the Newfoundland Sportsman magazine brings that excitement home to you. Subscribe now and begin enjoying interesting and informative features with exceptional photography, focusing on every aspect of our great outdoors. Order now and receive 6 issues a year for the low price of only $21.35, or subscribe for 2 years and get 12 issues for only $38.04 and save 25% off newsstand prices. The Newfoundland Sportsman magazine, outdoors at its best.
You gotta be nuts to leave a meal like this, but the dog's ran another rabbit. Paul can have all of this because there's no way he's shooting a rabbit before me. Not bad, eh? Someone cooking a good feed while you're off shooting rabbits?
Good show, guys. You got him.
What is it?
He's
Hey,
weight,
here we
a lot
go.
of weight on him again, though.
Yes, that's a beautiful rabbit. Look, you got him right in the head.
Well, that's what I aim for. He was taking his time going through the little clearing, and I took my time and tried to give him in the head as much as possible. Well, no big distance away from me.
No, beautiful. Piece of salmon here for you.
Break off half of that.
Get it
Oh
served up
man,
for you
oh
first.
man. Oh. Oh. Look at this stuff. Oh. The wife don't take care of me as good as this, buddy. Just give me some of that scrunches. There you go.
Good enough?
Yes, sir.
Paul, just come on over. I get yours served up there now.
That face.
There you go. Nice big piece of salmon here.
Just imagine all these years I've been having beans and wieners and sausages.
You could tell he was on a rabbit. Right off the bat, he knew. Just by that bark. He used that different bark when he's on a rabbit. Right off the bat, he said, go. Got him!
Here, here.
Good puppy, good puppy. Way to go. boy.
Yeah,
Way to
good
go.
dog. Here, Lade, look. Here, Lade. Here, Lade. Look, look. Look, see?
Yeah, way to
There
go,
he goes.
pups.
They
There
don't
he
pay
goes.
much attention to him at all, do they?
No, not very.
No.
There he goes. Good dogs.
That's not
Good
bad.
dogs.
He went in a tight circle, though. He was just right around here, eh?
I
Yes,
thought
sir.
sure he was going to go between you and Paul.
Well, I heard him over there, and I thought he was actually going to come up this way and
Yeah.
come down this way. But,
That's why you like those quick.
Must have wanted to die.
One time around.
Come in front of me. He knew if he came in front of me, that was it. He was going.
yeah. That was just quick, too. That was only about, what, a minute or so? you
I got a
know?
glimpse of him as he was going by, but I didn't want to say anything because he was heading right on towards Dwight, right?
You didn't want to let me know, did
You
you?
wanted him to
And I
slip
think
by.
what happened then, I said, yeah, and he would come to you. That's right. But I think when Dwight shot, I think what happened is Rabbit jumped into the shot, right?
Yeah, right. You always stand a better chance, though. As soon as the
There you
dogs
go.
get on a rabbit, it's always the best time. First 4 or 5 minutes at least.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, then
And
they
after
get
that,
further
then
and
it-
further away.
He moves away, does he?
Oh boy, I'm tickle pink.
Yes, sir.
For more information on these wilderness excursions, contact Paul Ginn at Island Outdoor Adventures Incorporated.
Boy, what a perfect day. My stomach's full, my knapsack's filled with rabbits. Now, if only I could get Paul to carry them out.
I don't want to get into that again, but I'm getting rabbits. We'll talk
Just
about
in
that.
case.
Talk about that after the day when I shot the rabbits. Guaranteed this time I'm getting the rabbits.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna get so many rabbits today. I'll have to open up a factory to bottle them.
Paul, I had a great day, I must say. Did you?
Yeah.
I'll come again. We'll do it another time.
Well, you'll get a few next time.
All right.
Where's the grocer, chef?
Are they heavy?
Yes. You want to hold them?
I need one for Paul for good luck.
There's 6 of them. There's 12 of them.
And we feel those 600 violations, for example, might have only been about 10 or 15% of actually what's going on out there.
They are an impressive piece of equipment, Paul. I understand that 20 years ago that they were actually top secret and they were for military use only. And I also understand during the Persian Gulf War.
You give me the plug checker?
Plug that's in there is the one that I bought with, so I would imagine.